Hey there, thanks for joining me for Pilates Basics number 2. We're going to be building on the exercises we covered in Pilates Basics 1, beginning with how to activate your deep core in neutral pelvis or neutral spine position, and how we can maintain that connection throughout our exercises. So let's start with our feet hip width apart, and you can place both of your hands on your hip bones. And let's rock our pelvis back and forth until we find that neutral position. Once you feel like you've found that middle point between anterior and posterior pelvic tilt, just place your fingers on the very inside of your hip bones just so you're in contact with your core muscles. Let's take an inhale, and on your exhale, I'd like you to think about bringing those two hip bones together to meet at your belly button. It's a small thought and a small movement, feeling a slight contraction under your fingertips as you think about bringing those hips together. The second layer is to look at that rib to hip connection. Imagine you have a piece of string connecting your low ribs to your hip bones, and when you exhale, imagine someone is pulling down on those strings, bringing your ribs closer to your hips. And the third layer is incorporating those pelvic floor muscles. So a good way to activate them is that feeling of stopping yourself going to the toilet. It can help to think of bringing your two sit bones together and a feeling of pulling in and up. Between our ribs, hips, and pelvic floor, we create a diamond shape, and we're thinking about bringing those 4 points of the diamond into our center. Now let's see if we can hold on to this core control. We're going to use a small hand towel for feedback. You can fold one up like I have in the video, place it on your mat just underneath your lower back. Let's start back in that neutral pelvis or that neutral spine position. Once you feel like you have that core control, on your next exhale, lift one leg up to tabletop position, followed by the other leg. Gently tug on that towel under your low back, and if it doesn't move, congratulations, you've successfully maintained core control. If you haven't maintained core control, you'll find that the towel will easily slip out from underneath you. If you're finding you have a lot of movement with your towel, that's okay. You can do this exercise one leg at a time to make it a little easier to start. Check in and see how it feels. Are you able to move your legs independently of your low back and pelvis? Are you able to lift them up without moving or changing that neutral spine? I like using the towel this way because it helps you really understand that feeling of connecting to your deep core until you're stronger and you've got more comfortable with it. And that is it from me for Pilates Basics. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, share, all of those good things. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, drop them in the comment box and I'll get back to you. Thanks, and I'll see you for number 3.